Most people walk past opportunity every day, but they don't recognize it. They say life is unfair. They say nothing ever works out. They say success belongs only to the lucky. But Jack Ma says the opposite. Opportunity is everywhere. Most people just don't know how to look. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is not education, not talent, not intelligence. It's attitude. Your mindset determines whether you see problems or possibilities. This is the legendary lesson of seeing what others overlook. Welcome back to Channel Wisdom Swing. Tonight, we enter the world of a man who built success not because he was the smartest, not because he had resources, but because he had vision. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, often says that opportunity is not something you wait for, it is something you learn to recognize. He grew up poor, failed school exams, got rejected from dozens of jobs, but he did not let circumstance define him. Instead, he trained his mind to see possibilities where others only saw problems, and he believes you can do the same. Today's message is more than motivation. It's a shift in perspective, a new way of seeing the world. Let's begin. Why most people miss opportunities. Jack Ma often says, most people want opportunities packaged perfectly, but real opportunities look like work, risk, or difficulty. That's why people walk right past them. Opportunities rarely look comfortable. They rarely come with instructions. They rarely appear at the perfect time. Instead, they show up disguised as a problem no one wants to solve, a job no one wants to do, a challenge most people complain about, a new field most people don't understand, a responsibility others avoid, a skill that seems too hard, a risk that seems too big, a chance that looks too small. Opportunity is everywhere, but most people overlook it because it doesn't match their expectations. They expect opportunity to knock on the door, but opportunity whispers. It hides, it tests, it challenges, it waits for someone with the right attitude to notice it. Attitude, the real engine of achievement. Jack Ma believes attitude is more important than skill, because skills can be learned, but the right attitude must be chosen. Your attitude determines how you respond to difficulty, how you interpret failure, how quickly you adapt, how boldly you act, how far you push, how long you persist. Two people can face the same situation. One sees a barrier, the other sees a beginning. One sees a threat, the other sees a possibility. One says, this is too hard. The other says, this is where I grow. Same situation, different attitude, different result. Jack Ma once said, a great attitude gives you the power to turn problems into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. That is the mindset of achievers. That is the mindset of leaders. That is the mindset of anyone who succeeds. The people who find opportunities all have one thing in common. Jack Ma studied successful people for decades, and he discovered something interesting. They see what others miss. They notice inefficiencies. They question outdated systems. They pay attention to what people complain about. They observe human behavior. They look for gaps. They listen more than they speak, and most important, they do not wait for perfect timing. Jack Ma teaches that successful people act quickly because they understand that opportunity is fleeting. It appears quietly, but disappears loudly. He says, today is difficult. Tomorrow is more difficult. But if you see opportunity and act, the day after tomorrow becomes beautiful. Most people never to reach that beautiful day because they stopped early. The successful get there because they keep going. How Jack Ma trained his mind to see opportunity. Didn't grow up surrounded by entrepreneurs. He didn't have money. He didn't have connections. He didn't have a strong academic record, so how did he learn to see opportunity? He trained himself. He observed tourists in his city and practiced English for free. Not because he was paid, but because he saw an opportunity to learn. He studied people's needs, noticed what small business owners struggled with, recognized the potential of the internet before China even understood it. He says, I was not smarter than others. I simply paid attention to what they ignored. He paid attention. He remained curious. He stayed optimistic. He believed solutions existed even when everyone else believed they didn't. That mindset changed his life. How you can train your mind to see opportunity is Jack Ma's practical approach to developing an opportunity. Mindset. 1. Change your attitude before you change your life. Stop saying, I can't, I don't know how, this isn't for me. Start saying, what can I learn? What problem can I solve? What can I improve? What is this challenge trying to show me? Your attitude is the lens through which opportunity becomes visible. 2. Look for problems. They hide the biggest opportunities. Every complaint is a seed of opportunity. Every inefficiency is a business idea. Every difficulty is an invitation. If something frustrates you, there is value waiting to be created. 3. Learn skills that others avoid. Most people avoid learning communication, sales, technology, leadership, discipline, which means the people who learn them have less competition and more opportunity. Skills create doors, but attitude makes you walk through them. 4. Keep your mind open to the new. Jack Ma says, today's opportunities are usually found in places young people explore, new industries, new technology, new platforms, new needs. Don't fear change, study it. Don't resist trends, understand them. Don't ignore the future, prepare for it. Point 5. Stay positive even when you don't see progress. You can't see opportunity if negativity clouds your mind. Hope opens your eyes. Optimism sharpens your vision. Positivity reveals the pathways hidden behind challenges. Opportunity is attracted to those who expect it. The world is full of opportunity, but empty of PRSAFEARNC. Jack Ma says the world isn't lacking opportunity. It's lacking people who stick long enough to grab it. People quit too soon. They stop learning too early. They fear trying again. They look for shortcuts. They want success without sacrifice. But opportunity only rewards those who persist. Only those who keep learning, keep practicing, keep adjusting, keep believing. Eventually, see the door open. Success doesn't require brilliance. It requires vision. And vision comes from a mindset trained to see possibilities where others see problems. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Ma's message is simple. Opportunity is everywhere. In your challenges, in your disappointments, in your frustrations, in your failures, in your daily life. But you need the right attitude to see it, and the right courage to act on it. Skills can be learned, knowledge can be gained, but attitude, your willingness to adapt, your readiness to grow, your ability to stay positive, that is the engine of achievement. So, starting today, train your eyes to see opportunity, train your mind to welcome challenge, train your heart to stay positive, even in difficulty. Because while others see obstacles, you will see openings. While others complain, you will create. While others fear the future, you will shape it. Thank you for watching Channel Wisdom Swing, and remember, if you learn to see what others overlook, you will achieve what others only dream about.